Hey, what up guys? 2016 F-150. Thought I'd do a quick review on my Cooper Discoverer AT3s. I've been running these for about a year now. I got these at the beginning of 2020 from, actually it came as a package deal from Custom Offsets. I got the ballistic, I think they're Mavics with the negative 24 offset, and these are actually a 33-inch tire. These are they're about the maximum size. You show them off, buddy? Yeah. They're maximum size that you would really want to run on an F-150 that's stock 2-inch lift. So I did a Bilstein lift. That's the way to go. I don't like using those pucks or those lift spacers. I like actually including the suspension as part of the lift. Just in my opinion, healthier way to lift the truck. Less wear and tear on it, on the parts that are already there. CV angles are not so bad. I've ran the pucks in the past before, and I started blowing CV joints, and bearings were going bad, and so far I've been okay with this setup with the Bilstein 5100s. You can see up in there. I'm running 275 70 R18s with the negative 24 offset. So as you can see, they do stick out maybe 3/4 of an inch. Actually about an inch. It's maybe 1.25 inches. Yes, I do get kick up from like a road. You know, if it's wet, you go through some mud. If you don't run flaps, you're going to get some kick up. You'll get it on your mirrors here a little bit, but it's not terrible, not to the extent where I worry about it. But the paint's holding up. It's an aluminum body, so if you get any chips or nicks, it's not going to rust out on you. But you can see a little bit of it here. So after about a year of running these tires, you can see I have quite a bit of healthy tread left on this. It's very thick. These are snow rated tires. I'll tell you exactly how many miles I have on these. So this is the exact amount of time that I've had on these tires. 451 hours, 20 minutes, and then this odometer actually reset. It won't go to 10,000. So this is actually 11,761 miles. I've averaged 17.9. That's with the computer read. I haven't done it by hand, but that is what the computer is reading. I'm getting 17.9. Sorry for the light there. 17.9 miles per gallon average with the 3.5 EcoBoost. These tires run good. I like Cooper, American-made tire. I've ran Nittos. I've ran, you name it. I've had multiple lifted trucks. My most recent was it was a 2008 Chevy Silverado, and I had Cooper Xeon ATZs on that. Those ran. I had no issues with them. They lasted more than 50,000 miles. I'm sure I have no reason to believe that these won't last just as long. They look good. They cost, I think these were like $800 for all 4 tires. So in comparison to like the $1,400 minimum you're going to pay for, you know, getting some BF Goodrich's or Michelin's or actually Nitto and all those, you know, Chinese companies are getting up there as well. I've got nothing against Nitto, but you know, my experience, I had Nitto trail grapplers and they did not last the way that Coopers do. One knock that I will give these tires that, or you know, I don't even know if it's the tire's fault exactly, but when you're going about, I don't know, 70 down the highway and you're moving along and you hit a good bump, the back end likes to get a little wobbly. I don't know. I didn't notice that with the stock tires, I've noticed it more with this. It's probably because they're taller. They have more sidewall. There's more cushion. So when you hit it, the back end likes to sway quite a bit, which I do not like. You kind of have to pay attention when you're going fast. Here's what I mean. So look, I'm at full lock and I'm hitting. So I think if you went higher with the suspension lift, I think a 4-inch lift would have been perfect, but 2 inches or maybe even 2.5 would have got you some clearance. But I am touching at full lock. It's my plan. Without cutting the crash bar out, I will press it forward 3/4 of an inch. Maybe I'll compress the crash bar down and move it forward. Maybe that'll remedy that without having to remove it, actually, because I do like the idea of the safety. Here is how it looks on the other side. You can see I'm not touching. I mean, there's probably 1/2 inch of clearance in there. Up front, of course, when you're locking this way is not an issue. You can see where I've been rubbing right here to here. It's a little rusted. So I'll probably press that. Like I said, I'll press it forward, move it out of the way. Maybe I'll do a video on that when I do go ahead and press it. I've got a buddy that's got a lift. I do all the work on my own trucks, so I will get down there and press those out of the way one day. It doesn't annoy me that much, and I don't do much off-roading, so it's not a pressing issue for me. But here's a look at the CV angles. Not bad. I mean, granted, we're at full lock here, but the CV angles are not bad with these Bilsteins. Relatively flat. I mean, it's not as bad. I've had some bad CV angles in the past. I don't think we're going to run any problems. I don't think we're going to run into any problems with the reliability on the CV boots, or the suspension for that matter, but I'll keep you posted. So that's the only gripe that I have about these tires. Otherwise, they are quiet. They do not make a whole lot of noise on the road. Actually, zero noise. I don't think they're any more loud than the stock tires. And they look good, you know. They are snow rated, and they did well this winter. I wanted to wait to do this review, so I had a good season of snow on board with my review. In my opinion, they did well. All in all, it's an affordable tire. You know, $880 I think I paid for all 4 of them. They look good. They have a pretty aggressive, you know, sidewall on them. They do come with white lettering, of which I have on the inside of mine. I don't know, just wasn't going with the look I was going for with my truck. Kind of like the blacked out theme. So yeah, if you get far enough back, you can kind of make out. Sorry for the wind, but probably back on this side. You can make out like how far they stick out. Just enough. Nothing too overly aggressive. Nothing crazy. I got a family. I don't run a big lift anymore. I used to run a 6-inch lift with my Silverado, but my wife and my kids are having trouble getting in and out of it, so I went back down in the atmosphere with a just a 2-inch lift with that Bilstein adjustable front shock, which I love, by the way. I think in order to remedy the back wobble that I have in the back, I may try to put just Bilsteins, because I still have stock struts back there, or shocks, whatever you want to call them. They're shocks on a truck, but I would go ahead and replace those with Bilsteins, I think, and maybe that'll remedy the wobble that I get. But I do want to mention that I do not get that wobble when I'm going, like, say 50 and below, or even 60 for that matter. I really don't get a whole lot of wobble out of the back end. I don't notice it. This thing drives and handles just like it did stock. It actually, going with the thicker sidewall, I actually feel a little bit less of the bumps. So this thing rides like a Cadillac. It's crazy how trucks ride nowadays with the independent front suspension and all that. So anyway, I digress. These run great. So here's an up close look at the AT3s, Coopers. They are snow rated. guess that's what that little icon means right there. So you can see these have nice big grooves down into the tread. Very thick tread, very aggressive tread. And they have these, you know, these little, helps with traction, breaking up those knobs. Also helps with road noise, as I understand. But you know, they're holding up. They're wearing nice and even, as far as I can tell. I'll probably do a rotation on them soon. If you guys have any questions, comments, hit me up. These come highly recommended by me after at least 10, 11,000 miles. So question, comments, concerns, or you just want to say, hey, drop me a line in the comments below. Thanks for watching, you guys.